Alright everybody, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to do a video on how to help clear physical blockages when you're going through a Kundalini awakening, and I've got a list of 6 items, so I'm going to go through that, and these are just ways that I've personally found that have helped in my process. So yeah, before I get into this, I'm just going to say a couple of things. The Kundalini energy is going to release these blockages in its own time anyway, so some really key things are to trust in the process and to allow it to occur. So a lot of these blockages are going to be cleared through kriyas, which are spontaneous body movements that your body does, and I'm going to do a video separately on getting deeply into kriyas. But yeah, a lot of these blockages are going to be expressed in that way, so it's a good idea to create a space to allow that process to occur and move with the energy. It's also important to surrender into this, because there's potentially going to be resistance and fear that comes up, especially when you're experiencing pain, especially when the energy is moving through blockages, and it might feel painful or feel like it might even feel like it's doing your body damage. But trust in the process. This energy is divine intelligence, and it knows exactly what it's doing, and it is healing you in exactly the right way, in the right order, to help with your spiritual evolution. So yeah, so I'll get into the list now. So number 1 is feel into the pain, and this is really powerful. Our tendency is, when we feel pain, is to pull back, or for the body to tense up. But if you can relax the body as much as possible when these blockages are being worked through, and just feel into the pain, like move deeper into it instead of pulling away, and really just feel, and you'll find as you move deeper and deeper into the pain, it starts to dissolve. And this is a really, really powerful way of clearing blockages. So yeah, that's number 1, feel into the pain. Number 2 is, does it have a memory or emotion attached to it? In my opinion, all physical damage or blockages have an emotional component to them. The body is a mirror of our emotional state in a certain way, and all past memories and past traumas are stored in the physical body as well. There was a phrase I heard a while ago called, and that was, your biology is your biography, and I really like that. I think that's that's my experience. So yeah, does it have a memory or emotion? And if you feel into that, often this will just come up spontaneously when you're going through a Kundalini awakening. So as a blockage is released, you will get a flash of a memory, and it might that might then thread off into several other memories, and you'll see how they are related and linked. But yeah, if that's not occurring, potentially, like, feel into it, ask, is there a memory or an emotion, and then that emotion or memory can come up and be expressed, and that will help clear the blockage as well. So number 3, and this is a little bit of an add-on from that in a certain way, it's, does it have a sound? And again, this is spontaneously going to happen. You're potentially going to be, as the blockages are cleared, like speaking in tongues. You might wail, scream, laugh, cry, growl, roar, all sorts of things. But if that's not occurring spontaneously, again, you can feel into that blockage and just think, is there a sound here? Is there a sound? And you will find that they all have sounds. And if you express that sound, it's going to help clear that blockage. If at first you don't really know what the sound is, you can just play with it, like imagine what that sound is and release that, and after a while you'll become very adept at just understanding what the sound is and releasing it. Number 4 is breathe into the pain. So this is incredibly powerful. Where the energy is working through and clearing, if you breathe deeply into that, that's going to be an awesome way to release these blockages. And you can use visualization techniques as well, so breathing white light into that area and then breathing out darkness. That adds to the power of the breath. There's one caveat with the Kundalini awakening, and that is, don't force it, because there may be times during your clearing where the body needs to breathe shallower, for example, to release a certain blockage. So don't feel like you have to force it. But equally, like, you know, remember to breathe, because one thing when you're going through this process, if you're in the early stages and it's kind of freaking you out, we can sometimes like forget to fully breathe and end up breathing short. So yeah, remember to breathe as well. That's important. Number 5 is talk to the pain. Our bodies are intelligent. Our cells are listening. They are conscious and aware, and we can talk to our body to help us heal. So you can ask the pain what caused the block. You can. One thing I do is say, I'm ready to release you. Thank the pain. Thank for what it's showing you, and yeah, say I'm ready to release you. We can release you now. It's okay. Because a lot of pain in the physical body, it's the body communicating with you, wanting to show you something, or it's the body's response to essentially keep you alive. Because if you get damage in certain areas of the body, that those areas that are blockages and have become like physically tough, they're supporting other areas. You know, that it's part of the body's response to keep you going. So yeah, as the Kundalini awakens and you start clearing all this out, I find it powerful to thank the pain and say, thank you for supporting me. It's time to release now. We can release this. And speaking those words that are like positively charged. So I release you now, or we can release this, as opposed to things like I want to release you or something like that. You know, so there's no questioning element. It's just we are releasing it. Thank you for releasing it. That kind of thing. That's powerful. That's how magic's done. You know, that's powerful word magic. So number 6, and the final one, is gratitude. Now this can be difficult because on this path we can be in a lot of trauma, in a lot of pain, and we can be like deep in the dark night of the soul. But if you have gratitude for the process, then that's going to be really powerful. It's really going to help you. And I know like that's easier said than done sometimes, but you've got to understand this process is trying to heal you. And if you can tap into that higher part of yourself that knows this, and yeah, just be grateful for the process and the experience, that's really going to help you along the way. So that's my list. I hope this was helpful for some people. And if you've got any questions, just put it in the comments down below, and I will answer those when I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.